Welcome to Project HeadCanon. I've lately been focusing most of my time on the wiki towards researching, analyzing, and editing the first few pieces of content. For those details, look for my new Content Crosshair series. This video is a continuation of the old progress reports, which will cover the back-end and maintenance work I've been doing. So, first of all, I've been spending some time on the Special Wanted Pages page. That page lists non-existent articles that are linked to from other pages on the wiki. If I were to create those pages, or edit the links that point towards them, I would fix a lot of red links. To start with, I edited links to namespace 4 that still say Wookieepedia to say HeadCanon instead. PyWikibot made that a breeze. The Special Wanted Files page does the same thing as the Wanted Pages page, but for files. There were only a few, mostly due to the file names being too similar when my first Python script was downloading them from Wookieepedia. Unfortunately, I forgot to record when I was doing this part, but all I did was manually download them from Wookieepedia and then upload them to the wiki. This process does leave an important loose end for later. I need to find a way to check every file to make sure its file name is identical to the one being used on Wookieepedia. While I'm at it, I still have to check for files that were incompletely downloaded and missing parts off the bottom, preferably without taking forever to do so. Now you might think,
that's impossible even for a computer.
But it's not impossible.
It's actually very easy to compare images programmatically using their hashes. In case you don't know, a hash is a large number that represents the data contained in a file. Every wiki, including Wookieepedia, uses SHA-1 to hash all of its files. So all we have to do to see if an image needs to be re-uploaded is compare the hash of each file on the HeadCanon wiki to the hash of the same file on Wookieepedia. If the hashes are different, the files are different. To do that comparison, I wrote a Python script with the MediaWiki API to get the relevant hashes. It then automatically downloads every file on Wookieepedia that has a different hash than the file on the HeadCanon wiki with the same name. As before, it takes a while to check every single file. But when we're done, we can batch upload those files with importimages.php. And there you go, a very complex seeming task made easy by a little bit of clever programming. Let's also delete every image from this category, called Images Made Obsolete by an SVG version. SVG is a vector image format that's more scalable and generally more space efficient than JPG or PNG. And these images only appear in the Other Versions section of the SVG images file pages, so we can get rid of them. Here's another bit of cleanup I've been putting off, going through all of the pages in the disambiguation pages category to remove everything out of universe. This also means I can delete some disambiguation pages that are only left with 0 or 1 link in them. I'm keeping the canon and legends sections separate for now because I think they'll be useful when I start adding Disney canon material back in. I also threw together this logo for the wiki. It's admittedly pretty bad, but at least it's better than staring at the placeholder one all the time. I used the same logo as a temporary favicon too. And finally, I added a page called Monobook.js to tweak where the top template era icons appear. Now they'll be above the main page area, so they won't overlap with any text or info boxes like they used to before. And that is all the work I've done to the wiki since the last actual progress report. These types of videos will still happen semi-regularly whenever my back-end work accumulates enough to be worth discussing in a video. I believe part of that work for the next video will include revisiting the Cosmos skin. In the meantime though, it's back to content editing. Until next time, may the Force be with you.